Well, good morning, everyone. We are waking up to widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms. We even have a flash flood warning for Dallas and Tarrant County, and that goes until about 7:45 this morning. But we have our WFAA weather alert day going until 9 o'clock this morning for the potential of any storm that could become severe. We're talking up to quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. And of course, a lot of us already seeing that heavy rain, and it could lead to areas of flooding this morning. So what you need to do is just make sure to stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive those warnings, and download the WFAA app for the alerts just in case you haven't already done so. So technically, Dallas and areas off to the east, that is where we're going to have that threat for any severe storms until 9 o'clock this morning. Dallas, we are in a marginal risk. So on a scale of 1 to 5, we're just going to be in that category 1. But the farther east you go this morning, that threat level will be just a little bit higher. You can see out to the west, that threat is going to be extremely low. We also have a flood watch ongoing for far northeast Texas because we could still see rainfall that could accumulate upwards of around 2 to 4 inches, but we could see some isolated totals up to about 5 inches by the time it's all said and done. But across the Metroplex, we're looking at anywhere from 1 to maybe even 2 inches. We could see some isolated totals a little bit higher, but almost everyone's still seeing the widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms. This will fill in off to the east as we go throughout the morning. With these storms, we are seeing a whole lot of lightning. These are very electrical storms, so they're very loud as they make their way from the southwest off to the north and east, and they've been moving at about 45 to 50 miles an hour. So just zooming in a little bit closer across the metro, you can see the heaviest of the rain right now is right in the Metroplex. Zooming in even closer, you can see that flash flood warning for Dallas and Tarrant County goes until 7:45. So this is very heavy rain that continues to move from the south off to the north pretty quickly, but we still have had so much rain already that is why we could see some flash flooding that is ongoing. Now looking off to the south, we still have some heavy rain in between Cleburne and Palmer all the way down towards Hillsborough. So we're not done with this moisture as it continues to stream in from the south. The rain's just a little bit lighter in the far north and west. We can see around Bowie and Bridgeport, light to moderate rain. Gainesville seeing some very light rain, but more rain is headed off your way. Denton getting some pretty heavy rainfall right now, and areas off to the east in between Commerce and Sulphur Springs, some heavy rain, but Sulphur Springs right now not seeing that heavy rain, but eventually I think later this morning you will. In between Greenville and Royce City, moderate to heavy rain. Again, this is also lifting to the north and east. I'm going to check out our hail detector, and it looks like we're not seeing any of that right now, which is some good news. But again, later this morning, there is a possibility that we could see some small hail, but that would be very isolated. Looking at our timecast, it's going to be 6 o'clock this morning, and by then, the heaviest of the rain and storms will be just east of the Dallas Metroplex. But that doesn't mean we're going to be done with the rain completely. This is going to be 8 o'clock this morning. We've got another wave of rain and storms, not nearly as widespread, but they will be there. By the time we get to noon, most of the Metroplex by then does look to be dry with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms off to the east, but we will be keeping the clouds around. So it's not going to be an all-day rain by any means. We're going to have a lot of dry hours later today. This is going to be 7 o'clock this evening, and we do have the rain off to the west in between Breckenridge and Mineral Wells. You can see the blue in far west Texas and out in the Panhandle. Yes, that is snow, but we're not going to get any snow in Dallas. It's just not going to be that cold enough, and there's not going to be that moisture to work with anymore. Overnight and into tomorrow morning, we're keeping the clouds around. By late tomorrow morning, eventually I think we're going to see some clearing, so working in some sunshine tomorrow, but we're going to start out pretty cold. Temperatures drop down into the 30s tonight. Right now, a lot of us seeing temperatures in the 50s or about 53 degrees in downtown Dallas, 52 in Fort Worth, 51 in Decatur, down to 49 right now in Bowie. Later today, temperatures don't really move a whole lot. Out to the west is just going to be a little bit cooler. So later today, the afternoon temperature being about 45 in Graham, 47 in Mineral Wells, 52 in Dallas, and about 57 this afternoon in Canton. But overnight tonight, it's going to get pretty cold. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 30s. The normal this time of year, the low, should actually be in the low 50s, but that's what we're seeing for highs later today. 37 tonight in Decatur, 40 in downtown Dallas, 39 in McKinney, and about 41 in Corsicana. So for today, we've got the widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms this morning. It's going to be a little bit more scattered later today, but again, it's not going to be an all-day rain. Temperatures make it into the low 50s. Overnight tonight, I think we're going to stay cloudy. Light rain will be possible, but by then the coverage is going to be a lot lower, only about 30%. Temperatures drop down into the upper 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, we look dry, partly cloudy. It's going to be significantly cooler. Temperatures dropping down into the low 50s for highs, cooler than normal. Also with a north wind between about 15 to 25. So it's just going to feel kind of chilly, really. By the time we get to Monday, it's looking better. We're going to have the sunshine around. Temperatures climb into the mid 60s. The wind's going to stay pretty light. It's going to be out of the northwest. The wind shifts to the south on Tuesday, so we do warm up into the low 70s. On Wednesday, a breezy south wind, temperatures in the upper 70s. By the time we get to Thursday, low 80s return. Looking at the second half of that 14-day, at least Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it looks pretty warm. Even really as we get into Tuesday, it looks warm. Temperatures in the 80s. But by the time we get to April 15th on that Tuesday, now we've got a slight chance of rain and storms. And every day after that, at least for a few days, it looks like it's going to be pretty unsettled with several chances of rain and storms, but temperatures still look pretty warm.